Hey everyone, welcome back to the PAX ERP and CRM video guide series. This series walks you through the various features and workflows in PAX ERP. In this video, we're going to be looking over how to create and update a customer. So from the dashboard here, we're going to go into the Customers module. And this will pull up a table of your full customer base, so you can search for any customer from this window. But we're going to create a new customer, so I'm going to click Add Customer. Customer code can be any unique identifier. I like to use something similar to the company's name, so let's say they're Industries Corp. Their customer code I might put as TIC and then a number, and then this is just something that you can give to your customers, so if they keep a record of it, they can quickly place a purchase order and just give you their customer code, and you can instantly pull them up very quickly. I'll go ahead and enter an email for them and a phone number, their website. And then this next section is just a further way to segment your customer base. So on this demo database, it's a medical device supplier, and so our customer types here are going to be a number of different specialties or like hospitals or government or whoever might be buying, however we can further classify our customers. So I'll say this is a private practice, and I'll assign a salesperson. We'll put myself. Company size, since this is a medical supplier, it's going to be by doctors, but this can just be employees or just another way to further sort them. And then if you have pricing tiers, you can set those here. So we'll just say they don't have a special pricing tier, they get the base MSRP rate. This section is where we can set their payment terms. We'll say they're on net 30 payment terms. Their shipping method, we'll say they are FedEx ground on the customer account. So they have their own FedEx account they've provided to us, and they prefer that we ship ground. I'll go ahead and enter that now. And a credit limit, if you'd like to issue one. This will just prevent the system from shipping more orders to them if they have an outstanding balance of $1,000. That'll be the cap that the system just locks them out at. And if they have a tax exempt number, you can enter that here as well. So I'll go ahead and click Create. And now they should be in this table, so I'll go ahead and find them back. Here they are, Industries Corp. So that's how we create a customer. I'll go ahead and jump into how to edit a customer. So you first find them from this table. You can search for them or use another type of sort. Here they are. We can edit the basic information, which is all in this top section. Let's assign them to a price tier. Say we negotiated and they talked us into giving them better pricing, so we'll give them tier 1 pricing. And then from this page, there's also a few other fields to add. Company notes is intended to just be the general notes that when someone's working with this customer, they should know this. So it may be, a special shipping preference or just a general comment like he likes to go by John instead of Johnny or something simple like that. Addresses, I'll go ahead and add an address for them. So there's two types of addresses, billing and shipping. A lot of times these are the same, so we have that option, but if they have separate billing and separate shipping addresses, those can be entered separately. So I'll give them a name. Okay, and then I'll check this box to say it's the primary address, and I'll click Add. So that shows up here. You can always add more addresses by clicking Add Address. And there's also a separate field for contacts in the company. So If they have multiple types of contacts that you communicate with, you can save those here. In our case, we may have doctor or assistant, or just a purchaser, a buyer. You can insert that here. So I'll go ahead and put John Doe, our buyer. We'll call him just the purchaser or purchasing manager. We got an email. And we'll say he's the primary contact for this company. All right, and that's how we can edit and then add address and contact details to a customer profile. In this window, we also have selling opportunities and activities. These both link to our CRM system. So I'll put a link to the video series in the description below so you can find more information on that if you'd like. And we had some questions that I'll go ahead and answer now. Let's see, 24. Okay, the first question is, can I have multiple billing and shipping addresses for one customer? Yes, you can have as many addresses as you'd like. One will need to be marked as the primary billing or shipping address. So for example, in this customer here, we have several addresses, and then they have one primary shipping address and then one primary billing address. But yeah, besides needing to have one as the primary, there's no limit on how many you can add for a single customer. When you create a sales order, so I'll hop into the sales order module real quick for that customer. You can select their address from a drop down here. So say we don't want to use the primary, we want to set it to a different one. We're going to ship to this warehouse. You can just click that from the drop down and it'll pull it up. Question 2. What do payment terms mean and how do they affect my business? Payment terms specify when a payment is due after an invoice is issued. Common terms might be net 30, which means the customer must pay the invoice within 30 days. And then other options would be net 60, net 90, due upon receipt. So whenever they receive the package, they're supposed to pay right away. And then there's also prepayment terms, which just means that they're required to pay prior to shipping the product out. Question 3. Can I change a customer's information after I've already created a sales order for them? Yes, you can edit the customer's information at any time. However, for historical records, if you change their address, the invoice will use the original or the first address you had and not the changed version, and that's just to preserve historical records in the system. But yeah, any edits can be made. You can edit the primary address however you'd like, or any of the other addresses, or any details you can edit freely. All right, and that was the last question. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about PAX, I'll put a link to the video guide series and our website in the description below. Thanks.